Okay, so we're up to way number 10, which is Shimush Chachamim, serving the wise. So the basic concept here, as it was stated by Otto von Bismarck, the former chancellor of the German Empire in the late 1800s, only a fool learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So number one of Shimush Chachamim, serving the wise, is that expertise is necessary. Reb Noach gives a wonderful mashal. Imagine being offered $10 million to build a bridge across a body of water. There's one catch. You're the only engineer allowed to work on it. So would you do it? Well, it's a lot of money. So if yes, how would you learn? So if you said, I'll go visit some bridges, I'll stick some beams in the ground, see what happens, do some trial and error, obviously that's not going to work. It's taken thousands of years for man to learn how to bridge a span of water. But if you said, I'm going to go to MIT for a year to engineering school, and then I'm going to interview key experts around the world, I'm going to read the best textbooks on the subject, and I'll hire the best consultants who can guide me in the background, right? Then you're on to something. Then you're on a path. So B of this is, if it's true of building a bridge, how about choosing a career, picking a spouse, raising kids, being a good person? Are we going to do trial and error, or are we going to seek some expertise? So ultimately, this is Shimush Chachamim. This is acquiring wisdom from wise people, meaning those wiser than us, with more life experience, more age, more expertise in a particular area, or just generally, are we going to get it from them by osmosis or from direct learning? So that's Shimush Chachamim. Two of Shimush Chachamim, of serving the wise, is being open to learning. A while ago, an executive that I worked with at Frontline shared with me something that he learned in Stanford University. It's for a hiring practice called the AAWE. Now, AAW are all large letters, and the E of that is a small letter, and it stands for aptitude, attitude, willingness to learn, and then experience being the small e. So basically, the hiring philosophy is that it's much more important to be willing to learn than it is to be experienced in an area. So being open to learning is obviously critical for this. Don't equate taking advice with losing our independence. Advice enables our best independence. C of this is, we are all surrounded by people with more life experience than us. You can even start with your parents, Le'aleinu. Right, as Mark Twain said, when I went to college, my father was a fool. When I came back 4 years later, I was amazed how much wiser he'd become. So starting with anyone, you have to be open to learning and to taking their advice, sometimes even if it's not what you want to hear. Number 3 of serving the wise is loyalty. Make a primary advisor, Rebbe, parent, somebody, or a group of advisors if you need expertise in different areas, and stick with them, preferably through your whole life. Number 4 of Shimush Chachamim is be structured about it. Make a list of the questions you want to ask your advisor about life. How can I use my full potential? How do I break out of laziness? How do I have more patience with my friends or my parents or my children or whatever it may be? And then finally, Shimush Chachamim means actual service of wise people. There are things that you can only learn by observing people who are wise, watching how they act, the things they do. And those things are very hard to elicit via question. So the choice of words used by Chazal for this, Shimush Chachamim, serving Chachamim, you should find every opportunity in life to be able to attach yourself to wise people, watch how they interact, and learn from those interactions.